What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new season of Alliance War. We are in season 26. I'm fighting for the Alliance SAS, and to kick off our season, we're matched up against Matrix. We're fighting in Tier 1, and that's right. I'm in a new alliance here. I'll touch more on that at the end of the video here. But for now, let's get into the fights. So to start off, first war with this alliance, we got 4 fights. We're going to start off on Path 5 in Section 1, where we have an Annihilus and an Ebony Maw on with Ebb and Flow Knockdown. Both are going to be Quake fights for me. And then we're going to head off to Path 3 in Section 2, where we have a super common placement. We have a Colossus on Chitinous Thorns. And then we're taking the shared fight on the left side, which is a straight counter, combat power rate, buffet, Killmonger. This is who we're bringing in. We're bringing in Omega Red. He's at rank 3, Sig level 200, such a beast. He's going to take on both the Section 2 fights, the Colossus and the Killmonger. Then we're bringing in Quake. She's at rank 5, Sig level 180, and she's going to take on the 2 fights at the start of the map on Path 5, the Annihilus and the Ebony Maw. Sabretooth is coming along for that Omega Red synergy. Hopefully he'll make those fights go a little bit smoother, a little bit quicker. Here's the first fight on Node 2, Ebb and Flow Knockdown and Power Drain, Quake versus Annihilus. We'll play normal deck style here. The only thing to keep in mind to counter the Ebb and Flow Knockdown is we just have to launch our heavy during an Aftershock. That'll get rid of the Ebb and Flow Knockdown, and then you can just continue the fight normally. So I normally speed up the entirety of all the Quake fights here, but I'll keep it at the normal tempo just to show the Ebb and Flow Knockdown getting countered. So here, it's just regular Quake deck style. We'll get to the corner. Hopefully he's close to us or within our heavy range for that first Aftershock. There we go, we let it go. And the Ebb and Flow Knockdown is fully countered, so we can speed up the rest of the fight. I took Suicides off here. Usually keep them on, especially when I'm running a Mega, obviously. I just feel a lot more comfortable Quaking with no Suicides. I'm going to boost anyways, and the health pool would interact a little bit sketchy with willpower, especially if the opponent's running Despair, and there's something comforting mentally about seeing the full yellow bar as you Quake. Just a preference on my end. So the first one goes smooth. Same exact game plan here. This one should go a little bit quicker. It's an Ebony Maw, so you have class advantage, and I think Ebony Maw has negative physical resistance, so Quake's Aftershocks do massive damage. It's the same idea here, deck style. Make sure we launch a heavy during an Aftershock, and that should get rid of Ebb and Flow Knockdown, and then we just Quake the rest of the fight normally. So here we go. Normal start. Get ourselves into a corner, and hopefully he's within our heavy range in that first Aftershock. Looks like he's playing decently aggressive. There we go. That's a quarter of his health done in the first Aftershock, so it's looking like it's going to take us 4 Quake cycles to get through this one. Just over halfway. It looks like 1 more Quake cycle is going to finish it off for us. And there we go. Full yellow bar, second fight through. Things looking pretty smooth. We're headed off to the second half of the map here, where we are on Path 3. This is a really, really common placement. If you can use a Mega here, this matchup is almost a buy. We're going to have pretty much infinite uptime on our Spores because of Chitinous Thorns. It's going to essentially keep our Death Field open for the entirety of the fight. It's a rank 3 Colossus, so the health pool I think is fairly big here because he gets that health bonus from being a Protect Defender. That's all good here. This should be really comfortable with Omega Red. Just have to slow roll our combos a little bit at the start. Build up our Spores. Lock a degen in, hopefully with 30 Spores. You can see we're already triggering a bunch of bleeds on us. We have double-digit bleeds. We have a point in Coagulate. I'm pretty sure we're running 3 out of 3 Coagulate. I usually do that by default, so it's also free healing, as well as free damage. There we go, we lock in our Spores at 30, so this fight is pretty much over. We're at a full yellow bar, things are looking pretty good. And he's down in just over 30 seconds. Third fight down. Here's our last fight here. We have Omega Red against a Killmonger with straight counter combat power rate and buffet 15%. we're pretty used to fighting Killmonger here. This will be a little bit different than fighting him on the Stunning Reflection node, which is what we're used to. We're taking Dex off here, just to ignore Buffet. It's just one less thing to worry about here. We'll let our spores do the work. Hopefully we can get a good start, stack up a bunch of spores, and since we're able to parry, we're going to have to get used to, or just be really aware of baiting, constantly baiting his SP2, because he's going to be gaining power with every parry and every application of the degen debuff. So, locking in our spores at the start. I have an Invuln Boost on because we're just getting a ton of them through the loyalty store, and I guess it's a good thing to use it there. I got caught slow rolling my combo, just a little too slow, got parried with my last hit. Missed my spacing there. That's okay, we're able to kind of calm down and get back into the rhythm of the fight. He throws an SP1, not ideal, that's okay. At this point, the one thing I don't want to happen is to get cornered. So I'm going to try and make sure I'm pushing him back as much as I can. He launches his SP2, which is awesome. We're able to lock in our spores again. We're below 10, but that's okay. We're in control of the fight here. We don't have to worry about him regenning 15% of his health. And there we go. Fourth fight down. And that's the end of the war for us. We had 4 fights, pretty comfortable Quake fights. And the last 2 were fairly comfortable with mega fights. So really glad to get that first war out of the way with 4 solos. That last Killmonger fight didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to, but that's okay. I'll be super comfortable taking that fight in the future, just knowing the rhythm and how that plays out. But yeah, in case you didn't notice at the start, I am fighting for a new alliance this season. I'm super pumped. This is exactly where I want to be. They've been an awesome group so far. I'm really, really happy to be a part of this group. Hopefully I can keep contributing, keep fighting cleanly, and keep learning. I'm really pumped to be in tier 1 here and pushing an alliance war. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to season 26, and I hope everybody's first war went well. Catch you at the next war.